Okay. Hello and welcome in, everyone. My name's Sugi Yamagawa, and today on VTubing my slow life hobbies in my 30s, we're going to be making pepper poppers from the official Stardew Valley Cookbook. And also, hello and welcome in, Mr. Spot. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if things look different, it's because they look very, very different. Because today's also going to be a huge experiment for me. Because, one, we're testing out the my new fire pit, so we're going to be seeing how this bad boy performs today. It's up off the ground. I'm actually standing today, so historically, I stand for most of my streams, except for the campfire cooking ones. I have typically been sitting down, but now I am standing up. And there you go. Okay. Also, I am testing out my laptop. There's a computer over here, and that's going to be my... I'm going to try to be a little bit more mobile with my setup, so I'm also experimenting with that today. So, lots of experimentation today. But this recipe, it comes to a... well, in the cookbook, comes to us from the character Shane. For those who do not know the Stardew Valley lore, Shane likes beer. And I consider Shane to be kind of my guy. So, we're going to be starting things off with... I think this looks like my amber. Huh. Your element's copied over. I'm probably going to discover a whole bunch of different things that are going on with my streaming setup, but we'll see. We'll see. Yep, that's the amber, all right. Really delicious. Really delicious. Really like it. Okay. So, a little bit of that out of the way. Let's actually get a fire going, because we can't cook over a fire if we don't have fire. Fire is step one. We gotta get fire, because if we don't have fire, we can't cook. So, how I get my fires going. I like to do things in the log cabin routine. So I have piece of wood here, piece of wood here. Down there I have a magic cube. Magic cube. And here's like some of the debris from splitting the magic cubes. It's a mixture of candle wax and sawdust. So the candle wax keeps the sawdust dry, but it also acts as a fuel source, whereas the sawdust, it acts as a wick for the candle wax. So I kind of this is kind of like my base. This is how I get a fire going. So, and just like any other good fire building, you always start small, build yourself up. Go ahead and get ourselves some small pieces. That's cheating! No, it's not. It's not cheating if it works, Mr. Spock. And I believe in making it work. Also, I believe in making it work the first time around. I like making my life easy. I make my life hard enough doing this. Maybe someday I'll do it the Boy Scout way, but not today. If I can strike if I can get a match struck. I'm being nervous. Or the humidity in the air? Question mark? We've had... so it's been raining non-stop? We'll see if that lights. I'm not optimistic. Ooh, I might get lucky. Well, the rubbing the stick method. No, we're not rubbing stick method. Rubbing stick method will make Sugi sad. Make Sugi very sad, because it takes lots of work. Sugi doesn't mind working, but Sugi doesn't want to do a lot of work. There's working and then there's too much work. You there? Awesome! That's what I want. That's what we want here. But yeah, always start small pieces of wood, then larger pieces of wood. That is how you Build fire successfully. Aha! And there we go. And as those smaller pieces start to burn out, just keep adding more pieces. And then just slowly build your fire up. You can actually go with one of these pieces. Larger piece, but whatever. Go with a largish piece there. Oh man. Didn't even use up all my kindling. That's good fire starting. That's good fire starting. Doing everything and not using up all... Oh, wait. How did... I had to take a screenshot and... Oh! It changed my thing. Okay. Weird. I guess that's just going to be part of breaking in the new computer. It shows you how to make a quest for fire. I'm on time, still drinking that red ale. Yeah, well, this is my amber ale. I mean, it takes like 3 months for me to go through all my beer. Okay. There we go. Now let's just get this guy built up. Oh man. Granted, I love it when a fire comes together though. Because I don't always get lucky. Now I'm also a little bit worried about it's been raining. It's been raining off and on all day today. And I've actually got my canopy set up. So hopefully I don't get too much smoking. That's always the thing I worry about when I'm underneath my canopy is if it smokes too much. And hey, don't start smoking. Why is it? Oh, that's why it's... Wait, is that why it's smoking? So I built it on... My base is a wet piece of bark, and I think that wet piece of bark is starting to rain on my parade. Either... Oh, I know what also is going on. My kindling is burning down. That's the problem. I don't have... Oh yeah, that's what this wood is. This was the cedar from the Owlbox build. Like, why does this piece of wood feel so felt strangely light? Like, light. Okay, well, let's see. Getting plenty of heat off this fire, but... Oh, okay. I love it when I can poke it. And it still worked. And it kind of like... it was kind of flare up for me, actually. There we go. Good old airflow. That's... I always hit it with the good old airflow method. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Wanna be like that? Hey, don't get snappy with me. Don't be getting snappy with me like that. Granted, I am hoping that takes off, though. Because if it doesn't take off, I'm going to be in trouble. There's always that one unk who's obsessed with maintaining the fire. Yes! Oh, yes. Oh, gosh, at, like, my family gatherings, it was, like... My grandpa was, like, definitely one of the big, like, fire maintainers. I think I can live with my beer there. I'm going to really want to watch this guy. My fire hasn't really taken off yet. And I want my fire to take off. I want to have a good fire. Because once it really gets my larger pieces of wood going, then I'm Hakuna Matata at that point. So... Now, I get to worry about actually cooking. which is the stuff I prefer to worry about, versus my fire. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just adjusting because new setup. Yeah. Yeah, that's what this is what I want. This is what we want. Oh. Today's cooking stream, we're going to be working with... Ooh, I actually cannot say the name of these correctly. Granted, those of you who have been around here for a while know I can't say the name of anything correctly. It's just... I just have that as a skill issue. So. This recipe calls for 10 of these bad boys. Of both the red and the green variety. My supermarket only had the green. So I got sweet peppers of the multicolor, just because I want to have like more colors, because it just looks prettier that way. So yeah, let's see, who's victim number 1? We need a victim number 1. Victim number 1. And I'm gonna start dicing the hot guys first, so that way I get them out of the way. So, all we gotta do is half them, and then taking a spoon, something, just gotta get that core out with the seeds. Get the core, get the membranes out. We don't want that part. Kind of just want to have a shell that we can put, because we're going to be making a cream cheese filling for these. Creepers, creepers. And before spicy smoke suffocates you. Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Might want to do this a bit further away. Bit off camera. It's like, yeah, I mean, I've heard of poison ivy, like, affecting you. Ooh, yeah, that's a reasonable technique. Sweet. And granted, oh, no! You can't make my beer warm. No make beer warm. And now I gotta worry about whether or not I have too much fire for the top of my thing. So, spread you out. You and... There we go. Boink! Oh yeah, Haggle, are you having a good day? I'm sorry, I don't think I asked that. But I hope you're having a good day, good week. All that good stuff. Nope. Problem is with standing up is it's a little bit harder to... Productive at least? Oh, that's good. Eh. We'll see if spicy smoke is a thing. Oh, man. Gotta find a job, though. Ah. Oh, no, not a job. That sounds like work. Oh, just having a job and also finding a job. Yeah, finding... Oh, gosh, like... Job finding is gonna be tough sometimes. Hey, you. Trying not to... Don't want to be too rough. I'm not afraid of work, but I'm very sensitive. Well, it's at least when it comes to like having like a job and like when you're like job searching and stuff, it's good to be picky. I think it's always really good to be picky. You don't want to end up at a job where it's like you get it and then like 2 months in you're like, I want out of this building or job or whatever. Kind of like basically like worst case scenario is. Granted, I also do want to eventually change jobs, because I want to get back to second shift. I currently work first, and it's okay, but second shift makes me happy. I like working second shift hours. The fun thing, as I get further and further into these peppers, the stakes for cutting myself get higher and higher as I get my fingers covered in more hot, spicy stuff. It becomes much more important to not burn myself. So, yeah, definitely not getting them perfect, but perfect is the enemy of done, as they always say. Darn it. I keep trying to throw things up high to like get them far away from me, but then they just bounce off the rain canopy. Granted, knowing how this rain canopy is going to turn out, I will not get any rain for this entire stream. And I'd be like, why did I bother with the rain canopy if I didn't get any rain? But if I didn't have the rain canopy up, then it would have rained. And probably rained a lot, because that's how weather works. It's like, rain's one of those things where if it senses you're prepared for it, it's like, oh, I'm not going to bother you. You're ready for me. Whereas if you're unprepared, it's like, oh, hey, buddy, you look like you're having a good day. How about I change that? Woo! Man, just getting pepper seeds everywhere, but you have way too much character going on. But that's fine, because I have too much beer going on. Okay, so that's our spicy boys. Let's grab our not spicy boys. So I want color contrast. So we'll do some red, some orange. Wow, there's a lot of heat coming off that fire. Your fire pit's going good. Yeah, we got... Ooh, wait. That's soft. You're going off to the side. I don't trust soft peppers. There we go. Yeah. That'll be some good color. I like my color. Color. I think color in food is one of those things that makes food taste better. Even though it doesn't like actually like affect the flavor, it still affects how you perceive the taste. And since these guys are pretty, they end up being no habanero poppers? Yeah. Yeah, these are the habaneros. I'm doing a mix. I'm doing half spicy, half sweet. Primarily because my supermarket didn't have... Yay, they are... My supermarket only had the green ones. And the recipe calls for red and green. So for color, I turned to sweet peppers, and I'm just doing sweet peppers simply because color. Oh man, that thing is gonna hold so much cheesy goodness, and we love cheesy goodness here. Cheese is love. Remember to cut it diagonally, buddy. Man, these are so much easier to clean, though. I like that. I like easy cleaning. Ooh. If I get that top off. Mmm. Tasty. Your urban chickens could eat the scraps. Well, my urban birds are gonna eat the scraps. Which is funny because my bird feeder is literally like not too far away from me right now. And birds have been like flying in to go to the bird feeder, and then they're like, oh no, VTuber, run away. It's been making me laugh a lot. So, play with you. Ooh, I played with that too much. Oh, getting too aggressive. Easy, Sugi. Don't get too aggressive with it. On the beginning part of the stream. Hopefully that won't be too bad. Because I do want some coals eventually. But it's also the downside of this maple wood. This maple wood doesn't make coals. Sucks for coals. Okay. So, let's see. A little bit more veg to prepare here. So, recipe does call for scallions. Well, once again, my supermarket let me down. They didn't have scallions. So, we're going the green onion route. My favorite route. I'm actually a big fan of green onions. Let's see here. There. Love me my green onions. Charcoal makes good coals. Ah. Yeah, but this is a campfire cooking stream. I gotta cook it over a campfire. Gotta have fire, not charcoal. Then I'm grilling. Then I'm just being a typical suburban dad. Why be a typical suburban dad when you could just be a typical suburban uncle? I'd rather be the typical suburban uncle. Now, my little platform here is definitely a bit low for my liking, but you know what? It's reasonable. I like it. Getting real nervous going into this, and facts, you get to see how they come out and decide if you want to spend time with them. Yes. Always better to be a suburban uncle versus a suburban dad. Let dads be dads and uncles be uncles. Granted, I haven't seen my niece and nephew for a while. My sister asked me to come over last weekend, but I was on my work on call rotation, and I was just like, I don't feel like going to my sister's while I'm on call. So instead, I stayed home, and well, eventually Eventually I did volunteering and ended up having to take 2 6-foot long 4x4s up a hill, which is way too much work. Far too much work. Don't slide. I do like this knife though. This knife's been staying a lot sharper than my other knife I use. Okay, so that's scallions prepared. You guys go into my magic bowl. Magic bowl's gonna get backed off the fire because, yep, it's getting toasty. Oh dearie. Oh no, here's our recipe. So, I just want to go through here. So there's our peppers. We're good on our peppers. We got our... So I am going to be skipping the pickled Japanero pepper slices just because I don't want to bother with them. I just drove myself crazy looking for a song I used to listen to a lot for hours and didn't even find it. Thank you for being the chill vibe I need right now. Oh, no problem, Clippy. It's all chill vibes around here. I also hope you're having a good day. So I subbed the green onion for scallion. Have you tried asking AI? Oh no. Okay. We've got one last thing to prepare. Well, one last thing to prepare. That's a pain in the butt. Ooh, I don't need to be looking at that too hard. Oh dearie. Actually, wait. Filling's going in there. Okay, yes. Different things in different places. But yeah, I actually just looked behind me at my garage, and I really wish I wasn't using the canopy right now, because the garage has just... my garage has a layer of campfire smoke in it. It's a sheet of smoke. I literally scrolled back to 2023 in my YouTube history and tried all the websites. Oh no! Oh man, I've done those deep dives before. That's a lot of work. And also, good evening, Dad's Old Shop. How are you? How's the war? How's the life? Oh, don't rip unnecessarily, cereal bag. Okay, cool. Yay, cereal bag did not hangnail on me. I briefly got very concerned that the cereal bag was gonna hangnail on me. And then that means I have... Ooh, wait. Oh, sweet. This makes my life easier. Okay, so... a little bit of a story time here. This recipe calls for cornflakes. Every single cornflake... nearly every single box of cornflakes I could find had strawberries. Or something. It was like something else in the cornflakes. So I just decided, and to get a regular, like the regular Kellogg cornflakes, a box of cereal was going to be like $7, and I'm like, I'm not paying $7 for cornflakes to make a recipe. And I bought this box of stuff with strawberries, and it was like, I want to say, less than $3. It was reasonable. It's also a reasonable amount of cereal. Going good. My knees aren't wrecked after that last night, so the rest of my workout regime is going good. Yeah! Good workout regime! That's what we like! And also, welcome in 12 looks like. I miss when cereal was $1. Oh my gosh. Things us old men can complain about is when cereal was, like, cheap. Because cereal is literally meant to be just, like, the cheapest, quickest, and most readily available food. Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm really glad I went with this stuff. Because I need a cup. And I think I'm actually going to get my cup. And then the strawberries I'll put back in the... Those will go back in my... do I care about a little micro bit of strawberry? Why worry about microplastics when you could instead worry about the micro strawberries in your food? And I think some people would prefer micro strawberries in their food. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Your beer still fermenting? Yes. Yes, last beer is still fermenting. It's fermenting happily. As for now, I have a remainder. This is my amber ale I brewed this December-ish. I think I got like 10 bottles of this left. Pretty good stuff. I like it. It's beer and makes me happy. Let's get those strawberries back where they belong. Strawberries back where they belong. Sweet. And now I'm no longer concerned to buy a box of cereal. Ooh, boy. Since I don't want this stuff to spill. And this bowl will get used later. So, we've got most of our prep work done for the recipe. So... Oh, that's a different recipe. Different bookmark, too. There's some really good recipes in here, except some of them are just like... Trying to get all the ingredients for some of these recipes are a lot of work. Also, there's a very strong bias towards seafood, but hopefully that's what we'll be making here today. The pepper poppers. So... I think for now, the interesting thing is it calls for roasting my peppers for a little while. That's like step number 1. So, I think we're going to go ahead and work on roasting ourselves some peppers here. Oh, dearie. And with us today is good old Dutch Oven Coon. Wait, will it clean you out? Guess I had a little bit of debris left after whatever I cooked in here last. So we're going to be hitting this with some good old Kirkland olive oil. Huh, usually they'll just be pre-boiled. All parboiled. Yeah, it just calls for like roasting them for a little while. So I'm just gonna throw in a Does it call for salted? I know I'm roasting these bad boys with olive oil. Place the habaneros in a large baking sheet and brush all over with olive oil, then season lightly with salt. Roast peppers until they're just starting to become tender, about 5 minutes. Let cool slightly, keep oven on, and reduce the temperature to 375. Not wrong, just might make it harder for them to keep their shape. Probably tastes better, yeah. So, I might get... Since we want the olive oil to... Ooh, wait. No. This is the method. Throw them in. And then I can just drizzle a little bit of olive oil on top. Yeah. That's what good food made of. Vegetables and olive oil. Vegetables and olive oil are what makes good food good. What would MacGyver do? Well, speaking of MacGyver, I am, oh, wait, you guys can't see it. So, just to show this off, because this was a product from a previous stream being used, avoid the yabai. Avoid the yabai. There we go. Just barely see it. So, that is actually one of the S hooks I made during the blacksmithing stream. And this isn't exactly how I was intending to use the S hook. I was intending to hook it on the upper bar, because I have a big support bar. But I was kind of just like playing around with this before streaming. Actually, that Dutch oven should be able to hold all the poppers, which is great. Good night from the UK. Thanks for calming my nerves enough for exhaustion to kick in. Oh, no problem. No problem at all, Clippy. May you have a good night. Because, yeah, I'm sure it's getting pretty late at your location on the rotation. So, let me get my really good oven mitts on. And hook this boy on. And this is actually something about this fire pit I really like, is I really like this the stand. The fact that I can just like hang stuff over the fire, so that way it kind of gets a little bit of heat on it, but it doesn't get like a whole lot of heat, you know. So actually, how ambitious do I want to get about this? I want to be fairly ambitious. Fairly, but not hurt myself. That's the conversation Sugi's having right now. Does he choose to hurt himself? And what I want to do is... Oh, nope, that's not that. Come over here. Yeah, this will work. Maybe. Kind of. Fail. I failed. Man, I'm gonna need more coals. Oh man. They are just not wanting to stay on top of that. On top of the lid for some reason. Oh, come on. I knew moving shovels was gonna affect things. Okay. Okay. Not ideal, but I can live with that. And what I'm gonna also try to do is I'm gonna also keep my fire more around my edges. So what I'm trying to do here is, by having all my fire at my edges, that will more heat the sides and not be putting too much heat up into the center of the Dutch oven. That way it doesn't like overheat or anything. I'm gonna transfer you guys back to here, because you can just, yeah, there we go. You can just see the Dutch oven hanging out, cooking over the fire pit. Enjoying life. Ooh, I'm actually starting to hear that sizzle. So I think I'll leave that up there for a little while and just let it set. Let everything cook for just a little while, and then I'll take it off, because I am starting to hear it sizzle. And I don't want to get too hot on me. I don't want to cook them too much. I definitely want to do it a fair bit, but not too much. And when I get to the point where I'm ready to take them off, what I'll do is I'll probably use my handy dandy grab bar here, and I'll use that to pop the lid off. I'll let a lot of heat out, and then I'll help kind of cool things down. Look, well, I can't see it through the foam. But I've got some beer dredges in there. Hops. Yeast. Things like that. Yeah. Man, I gotta say, so far, today's definitely in so far so good territory. And you know what? We're gonna make it better with another beer. Second beer, even though not technically like alcohol booze, we're gonna go with the Heineken Double Zero. And this is just to ensure that I don't get too messed up on the good stuff while I'm cooking. Ooh, aggressive pour, overly aggressive. Easy, easy, ease up. A little too much head. Ways to fix that though. Oh gosh. Man, that sun's went down. It's really helped cool things off, which I'm thankful for. It's definitely gonna be... It's definitely hot work. Because I have this big basin, and I'm just so exposed to it. It's putting so much... That's the point of beer, getting wrecked. Oh, no, Mr. Spock. The point of the fermented beverages is to enjoy the fermented beverage. And I personally am a huge fan of this world of non-alcoholic beers that we have nowadays. Okay. I think those bad boys have been pre-cooking for a little while. We're gonna make their life a lot easier. We're gonna be taking the heat off. Drink. Oh man. Oh, that delicious smell of roasted veg. So yeah, look at those bad boys. If that does not look like deliciousness to you guys, I don't think you know what deliciousness looks like. So, Dutch oven comes off the fire. That gets set to the side. We kind of let them do their thing for a little while. Now, I had a little bit too much happy fun time with my fire. And we're going to want some serious coals for later. So, let's lay a foundation for later. And I'm also going to try and keep some of that fire a bit further away from me because I don't want that fire near me. Fire's hot. And smoky. Okay. Let's go back to our recipe here. Figure out what we want to do next. So I think... So we want 1 tablespoon of melted butter. And that's going to be for our cornflake mix. So, let's work on that. So, I've got this little bowl. And I've got butter. Now, this recipe does call for unsalted butter. I have salted. I'm just going to be on Camp YOLO sodium. Primarily because I don't want to buy a whole other separate thing of butter just for today. And then we're going to call that generous hunk butter. Damn it. And we're going to call that generous hunk of butter a tablespoon. And then butter. You don't have 2 butters? Are you really living? Hey, I run my shop on the Makita battery system. I feel like I'm doing enough living my life. It's just I am a single guy who doesn't regularly consume butter because I typically cook with olive oil. Olive oil is my main oil, my main squeeze, if you say. Oh, good dad joke, maybe. Granted, I really like the lighting today. This is nice. This is very nice. So, by having the butter in the stainless steel bowl right next to the fire, it is uncomfortable for me to keep my hand here. That's going to put enough radiant heat. That's going to easily put enough radiant heat into that to keep that from doing things I don't want it to do. Well, that's going to warm up. That's going to melt butter. It's going to melt butter. But while butters melt, we work on other things. So in the medium bowl, so we have our medium bowl coon. Introducing medium bowl coon. And also the butter bowl will kind of be a little bit of a heat shield for this guy. Keep it from getting too warm. So in this bowl, in medium bowl, we're going to combine cream cheese. Mayonnaise. I'm replacing mayonnaise with sour cream because I do not like mayonnaise. Cheese. Okay, so it just says cheese, which I presume is the pepper jack cheese. Pickled habaneros, which I'm not doing the pickleds because I'm not a pickle guy. Scallion. Scallions are already in there. Garlic, smoked paprika, stir until well combined. Taste the filling and season with salt if needed. So, let you guys go over there. Let's start adding some stuff. Mix them. You know what? Let's go ahead and hit this with some good cream cheese. Whoa, everyone loves a mayo adjacent thing. What about fermented habaneros? Well, it calls for pickled ones in the recipe to kind of help add a little bit of... Yeah! I've actually tried I used some of their shredded cheese for... What was it? The creamy potato soup. It was really good in the creamy potato soup. I've been there? Oh, nice. So since I want to mix this, what I'm going to try and do is get this in there in chunks. I don't want to get the, whole container in there. If I get the whole container in there, then I'm going to have to break it all up. So I want surface area here. Woo! Doogie's now currently regretting. Boo! Cream! Wait, boo sour cream or boo cream cheese? Wait. Dazzle Shop, are you on Team Cottage Cheese? No, funny enough, when I was shopping for ingredients, I was like, cream cheese, is that cottage cheese? Is there a difference? And then I went to the internet, and the internet's like, yeah, there's a difference between these things. And I'm like, huh. Okay. Sugi did a learn. Which I do like doing learns. Learns are good. Yeah, there we go. One empty container of cream cheese. Actually, wait a second. I want that lid. I didn't know nacho cheese poppers were a thing. Apparently, these guys are a thing. I don't know. I'm a guy who's played a video game, and in the video game, it's like, hey, this is a thing. I mean, wouldn't that just spill everywhere? I don't know. Now, it called for halving them and filling them, so I don't know. Yeah, they're gooey. That's the point. Ooh, gooey cheese. Sugi likes gooey cheese. Okay. Since we just love and adore sour cream around here, let's do sour cream next. How much of you? Because I knew for the cream cheese and... Whoa! Raining coals on me. I basically just need this whole container. But for the cream cheese, I don't need the whole container. I need 2 tablespoons. Oh, wait. Would it help if I took the lid off? And... lid off. Jeepers creepers. Fire is being exceedingly violent. So, 2 tablespoons is going to be a yoink. And a second yoink. 2 yoinks. There we go. Fingers dirty. But that's what paper towels are for. Fire, do you have an opinion about life? Are you upset with something? Here. Have that. Let me know how that makes you feel. There we go. So, next up is going to be garlic! Which I think for the garlic is 1 garlic clove. Okay, so we're gonna go with how I like to say. How's that butter melting? Butter's slowly melting. What about if you've got powdered nacho cheese and then melt that into the cream cheese? Ooh, that sounds good, actually. I'm really not sure. So we're just gonna go with yes amount of the garlic. Oh yeah, that smells good. That's good garlic. It's garlic that makes me happy. Cheese. Any substitute? Cheese. Cheese is next. How much of my cheese? 4 ounces. So we're going to be going in with some Capilano pepper jack. And I basically want half my bag. I got 8 ounces here. You're being so snappy with me. I'm gonna drink a beer. Oh. A manner beer. Okay. Oh man. Might be skill issuing on this bag. Okay. Ooh, that might do it. Yeah, there we go. So there's my cheese. And I just want half the container. Which I do. A little, that's maybe a bit too much. Cut it back a little bit. We'll at least believe in the idea of restraint. Man. There's gonna be a lot of filling. Now, granted, one thing I actually like about the recipe was like, hey, if you make too much of this like filling stuff, you can use it for spreading on crackers. Which is sad because I don't have crackers, but you know what? I do have corn chips. Scallion? Okay. One more. And that is good old paprika. How much? Quarter teaspoon. Okay, sweet. So we just add that in with our heart. There we go. No. There we go. And so I've got... The more cheese, the better. Can never have too much. Yes. Yes, Yes, Mr. Spock. You are correct. Ever had smoked pep? So, funny enough, the recipe actually calls for smoked paprika, but I refuse to buy additional ingredients when I have something that is fairly reasonable already laying around. So, I'm just going in with regular paprika for this dish. And that's not melting as much as I want. Oh, yeah. So. Because I want it to get a little bit more heat for the butter, but I also don't want it to be like directly on. Kind of putting it off to the side. And then we just literally mix what we have here aggressively and a lot. Don't even compare them. It's a substitute, not a replacement. Oh man, that's how strong people's feelings are on that. Oh man. Granted, it's good to hurt feelings around here. I mean, hurting people's feelings makes for good content. But, okay. I'll take note of that. I mean... My thing is I just don't like having stuff that just sits around for, like, ages and ages and ages. Because, I needed it for a recipe. Funny enough, I was actually... I was going through my cupboard for today's stream to get, well, spices and different things. I noticed I saw my, gosh. The hot pot soup base. Yeah, that stuff. I bought that for not last year's Christmas stream, but the Christmas stream before that, and I still haven't even touched the stuff since then. I don't even use I don't even use normal paprika. Also, Clanker upstairs. Hello and hello. Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, right now we're mixing up a cheese filling mix for peppers. Well, for pepper poppers. And then hopefully, as this mix sits next to the fire, and the bowl warms up, it will help warm up the mix and help melt and blend everything together. But I think I got things reasonably well mixed. Might be willing to put a little bit more of that good old hard-working guts into it. Man, it's looking good though. Granted, there's a very critical step at this point that the recipe calls for. I have to taste test a little bit of it. So, get a little bit there on the fork. Oh, man. Wow. Oh, man. This is good. This is good. But recipe does call for something to make it a little bit better. And that is kosher salt. And I'm not really going to go in with a lot. I mean, like, I feel like this stuff is pretty phenomenal as is. But I am going to make it just a little bit better. I'm just going to hit it with, like, 2 sprinklings of salt. Just to give it a little bit more of a, like, salty kick to it, I guess. Then we'll just mix and combine that in. Fire! Are you okay? I don't think fire is okay. The also another thing with this maple firewood. This maple firewood just like pops like crazy. Like there was one time where it popped and it sent an ember. So here's one from earlier, and it landed on my shoulder, and it just stayed there for a second, and then my nerve endings picked up the presence of something hot on my shirt, and it was like, ooh, that's unpleasant. And therefore I took care of the, oh, that was unpleasant. Okay. Getting this fairly well combined. And I'm gonna... I feel very optimistic calling that good as is. Grape off the spatula. We're gonna do all the scooping and serving with Spoon Coon over there. Spoon Coon, who's been just hanging out to the side, threatening. There we go. Knife? Sure. I can rest knife over here. And let's finish this guy off. Anakin 00, I love you. Okay. Suspecting... when you're tasting stuff cold, for a hot prep, you usually add a bit more salt because you perceive saltiness more in cold food, vice versa with hot prep for cold food. Neat. That's very neat. So one of the reasons I'm actually going a little bit under on salt is because I'm using salted butter versus unsalted butter. Recipe calls for unsalted. And I just like how the fact I'm just like hanging there, holding on to this. Giving that a stir, and that butter is now melted. Thank you, grate. That's the first task that grate has helped with. Many a time I made a hot prep item for cold food and oh no! Oh yeah, I don't use salted butter. I forgot people do. Salted butter was the butter I had lying around. So I was just like, shrug. This is what I have. This is what I'm using. And that's the route I'm going down. Okay, so we now get to talk about the prep for this guy. For this feller, use your fingers to coarsely crumble cornflakes in a small bowl. Add the melted butter, a good pinch of salt, and a couple grinds of black pepper. Use your fingertips to mix cornflakes well coated. So, I've got a bit of a plan. So, since I've got my cornflakes in this bowl here, do you mainly add salt to your toast, or do you just don't salt it like some sort of psycho? But yeah, I'm just going to be crushing cornflakes in my hand. Because I want to get like a coarse... I feel like I'm trying to go for like a coarse grind here. Not super... Like, I don't want to have like big chunks, but I also don't want to... That's looking... But if I do a bit of shaking, some larger flakes come up top. So we'll just get this nice and wonderful where I want it. Holy smokes, that fire is putting off some heat. Jeepers creepers that heat. That's I don't know. That's also heat that's gonna cook food, so that's good heat. Heat that cooks food is good heat. Hot house is bad heat. Okay. I think that's a fairly reasonable crumble. Yeah. There we go. I'm gonna add that to my melted butter. Hit this stuff with, well, technically I use salted butter, but we'll go with a light pinch of salt. And then a few grounds of the good old black pepper. And then I'm not going to use my fingers to mix this because I don't want to seem like a barbarian. Instead, we're going to use good old fork spoon. Ooh, wait. Is that you, or is that the smell of you mixing with my peppers below? The smell of you mixing with the peppers below. There we go. So, it's good. You know what's good with toast? Parmesan. Ooh, Parmesan. That sounds good. That actually does sound pretty alright. Okay, let's go for our next beer. I'm gonna go with Athletics Golden Ale. Actually, I think I'll keep this bad boy in the can. So, cheers. Oh yeah, good beer. Okay. Back to the recipe. Okay, fill each habanero halfway with some cream cheese filling, about 1 tablespoon each. Use the back of a small spoon, flatten the filling, and remove any excess that goes up higher than the edge. Do not overstuff, or the filling will ooze out, depending on the size of your peppers. You might have a little filling left over, save it to spread on crackers, or use it as a spread to spice up a grilled cheese sandwich. That's a pretty good tip there. Sprinkle the top of the filled peppers with buttered cornflakes. Don't eat yourself off into the void, cornflakes. Well, yeah, cornflakes. Okay. This has cooled quite a fair amount. Yeah, cooked a little bit, but not a whole lot. That's ideally what I want, so. Granted, your shape just fell apart. I'm just gonna eat you as is. Uh-oh. Start filling these bad boys. So, I'm gonna just pull in there. Good. Somewhat generous helping. Oh gosh. Campfire smoke. Oh my gosh, my hands are gonna really need a paper towel after this. Actually, wait a second, I forgot. Actually, do I want to hit these guys with the buttered cornflakes as I'm going? Like a good idea. Okay. Man. Fire's really hitting me with that smoke right now. Please stop. I will manipulate you. Granted, this is like pretty much a perfect layer of fire for like roasting these bad boys. Oh man, I don't No. Let's try a knife coon. Coon has a little bit. That also kind of sucks because I got a lot of all the oil that's on these bad boys. Also, these aren't like the biggest big guys. I'm gonna have to be really careful with the small ones. These small, thin guys like this are. It's gonna be a big challenge. But that is fine. I will welcome something of it. Less. This is more. Spread that out, don't chunk. Okay. That with a cornflake mixture. Go. Granted, some of these, I think if I were to do this again, I wouldn't do the pre-cook, just because I wouldn't want these oily for when I go into this part of the process. This part of the process is kind of a pain when they're coated with all this olive oil. I think I'm gonna be doing myself a favor here by keeping the amount of cheese in the stuffing low. I'm not gonna go for overfilling any of these bad boys. I feel like if I overfill these bad boys, I'm gonna rough mess to work with. Whoop. Whoop. Speaking of too much. Woo! Man, all this work is starting to make me hungry, though. You know. Yeah, there we go. That feels really appropriate. Just hope I use up all the cornflake mix. I really don't want to have extras of that. That'll be a little bit more challenging to use up. Ooh. Off. I'm gonna try. I probably should have tried to keep my stems on a little bit more so that way it kind of hold everything in. Huh. Oh, eerie. Mr. Nerm. Hi, how was your day? My day's been pretty good. Been pretty good. I've not been too assaulted by various issues. I pretty much say that purely because of I'm testing out a slightly different streaming setup than I normally do this for. That's kind of sad. Ah. It's honestly fine. Honestly fine. I gotta say, life's pretty alright. How's your life been going? You been having a good day? Ooh. Too much. Knife is easier to go with less, though. And I have good... Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. But I do like the knife for control. Spoon doesn't... I don't have a lot of control with the spoon. Where you are right now is... this a wilderness survival? Oh no. I'm not one of those people. I am a suburbanite with hobbies. I am currently in my driveway. Granted, if I can get if I can make my streaming setup even more portable, who knows, maybe we'll go out into the woods. I do plan on at some point doing some actual camping at some point. Hey man, that still sounds good. Yeah. I mean, I'm just a guy, like, VTubing my slow life hobbies in my 30s, so... I'm just a guy living my best life here. Trying to just do what I can. Kinda just getting hosed by my pre-setup, because... recipe called for these bad boys getting cooked for a little bit in a cornucopious amount of olive oil, and yeah, they're covered in a cornucopious amount of olive oil, alright? And along with my hands. Hope that food's delicious. So far, the food by itself has tasted good. Like the cream cheese filler, well, it's not just cream cheese. We got paprika, we have garlic, we got a little bit of salt in there, we got scallions. Well, not scallions, green onion. Like, all good things coming together for a good cause. Good food for me later. And we are getting close to the end. Hopefully, I'll be able to space everything out. Because if the cream cheese starts flowing out, I want everything to kind of be a little bit separated, so it doesn't, like, stick to itself too much. Oh yeah, get those scallions in there. Get those wonderful, delicious scallions in there. I should have left the ends. I chopped the ends off these things, so I'm a little concerned. A lot of my filling might just spill out when they cook. But you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But for now, I just look forward to delicious food. They should make hotness style show, but they make peppers out of progressively hotter peppers. Ooh. Oh yeah, like a Spicy's One challenge. Oh yeah. Imagine, like, the hardest thing about something like that would be just keeping track of all the peppers. You, like, go through the prep. Well, not you. I followed the recipe, and well, I think another thing is the sweet peppers are a little bit smaller than the actual. We'll try. Worst case scenario, I'm going to end up with a delicious mess. Okay. Get it out like that. That is all of our peppers. So I'm gonna get in here a little bit, spread them out, and give myself a little bit of space around it. Now I aggressively clean my hands. Man. Jeepers creepers. I can still feel icky. But the beer is cold. Cold beer is the important thing. So, I now get to consider cooking these bad boys. Whoa! Oh! So, I'm gonna cook these. Basically get a nice roast. I'm gonna use my shovel coon here. Gather up some coals. Oh, wait. Ants on the logs. Ants on the log style. Okay, I think... Actually, we'll be pretty generous with our coals on top. Because if we're pretty generous with the coals on top, then the top will get very, very hot. That'll help cook everything. Because heat will naturally rise, so it's very easy to get a lot of heat here, just because of the coals on the fire and such. But so far, I like cooking on this thing. Cooking on this fire pit. Cooking on this fire pit is a lot of fun right now. Oh. Let's flick that off. It's not gonna get eaten. Then honestly, I'm gonna just, since I'm not scooping this stuff anymore, and just lick my knife. Oh man, that's gonna be great. I might have to find something to use that spread on. I mean, I think the best thing I can do for like the spread is like, say, crackers. That spread would be really good on crackers. Okay, I had a little bit too much fire there. Hitting that bottom of that Dutch oven. That's too much fire. Let's see. So about 15 minutes. So I think we've been cooking for maybe 3 minutes, who knows. Been cooking for a little while. So we'll just enjoy some brewskis. We'll let all that cook. Man, Brandon, I gotta say, I'm very happy with today. This is... I was definitely pretty nervous going into this because new fire pit, whole new setup, but gotta say, turned out pretty good. Also, thanks to the NAs, I shouldn't have to worry about becoming inebriated or something. Whew. Now the debate is, do I do this on Saturday? Because I've got 2 more Campfire cooking streams this week. Actually, what am I doing? What am I even doing later this week? I've been so worried about today. I haven't gotten to worry about. Ooh yeah, Saturday's gonna be udon noodles with beef miso topping. And then we're doing chive grilled artichokes. Honestly, I think I'll just keep up. I'll keep on doing what I've been doing here today. But I think this will lend itself reasonably well to those other recipes. Also, I like the lighting. Funny enough, I'm not blocking my own lighting too bad. So, like, this area is lit, and then we just have like the nice just the vibes of the fire, which is real nice. Smoke levels in the garage are going down, which hopefully is a good sign. I mean, we really don't have a lot of fire rolling here right now, so... Wait. It's barely rained today. It's barely rained. I've been cooking under a damn canopy because I was worried about the rain. Dumb stuff I worry about. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So we are an hour and a half in. Our pepper poppers are cooking. And I just realized I need some way to get them out of my Dutch oven once they finish cooking. So I'm gonna go on the BRB screen. I'm gonna grab some utensils for myself, and I'm gonna hit the little homesteader's room, and I'll be back after a few. See you soon. And I'm back with utensils plus many more. But yeah. Also wash my hands. Oh, paper towel helped. But jeepers creepers did I have some serious oil on my hands. Okay. I gotta poke this fire like the good uncle I am. Man. Really like how the slope designs of the fire pit, like, kind of concentrate all the coals right in the center. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Also, it's real nice to actually just use like a small shovel like this for full shoveling. Historically, I've used a larger one. Get on there. Yeah. There we go. Ah! Also, gonna get a little bit of extra fire going, because, well, gotta have fire going when you go to serve this thing. Wish it was easier to, like, take the tarp on and off the canopy, because my laptop is just so covered with fly ash. Oh, I'm gonna grab a picture of that, because, well, I don't think that's a super good picture, but yeah, I can't see it real well. Actually, be able to remake that. There you go. Oh. Doesn't show up on the camera as well, but laptop's covered in ashes. That's what's going on. Pretty YOLO. Kinda YOLO. Oh. This here is my... Oh gosh, what are you? You're the Vienna logger. That's what you are. Because I grabbed one each of my bottled homebrews. And I think when we go to actually serve, we'll get a big boy beer. When we get to serving, we'll have a big boy beer then. But for now, we're just going to enjoy a nice, beautiful Vienna lager. Oh. Yeah. Sometimes... Hey, clicks aren't... Okay. Doesn't want to... I'm going to have to change the... Actually, no. I'm not going to change any settings while live. In fact, it is beautiful. Oh, man. Vienna lagers are just pretty beers. I genuinely consider them pretty beers. Like, just such a nice color to them. They're just... I wish I was cracking a cold one. Hey, you can crack a cold one. Well, you can actually, by all means, you can crack a cold one at home. And we can be drinking cold ones in the spirit. Still think I got a little bit of time left on the cook. Granted, the nice thing is it doesn't sound like it's cooking super aggressively, which was something I was kind of worried about. But it looks like I don't have super great amount of heat on it, so. Because you know you want it to cook, but I got water, but it's fine. I mean, I also, I mean, I also have the water. I always drink water with my beer, because that's just how you make sure you don't regret your beer-based decisions the night before. Another thing I've noticed is, my webcam is a GoPro. I have not lost any battery tonight, which is interesting because I have it plugged directly into the laptop, and I wonder if the laptop is like able to directly power it. Because normally I have it plugged into like an extended USB cable. Granted, it's supposed to be like a nice cable because I bought nice cables because I kind of ask a lot of my streaming setup because, well, being outside, fire, all those things. So, and if I can stream without the GoPro losing battery, that's going to be a huge win for me. I'm also trying to just think about what I've got going on here right now, and how can I take what I'm running with now and make it more portable. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I just realized I screwed up. I just screwed up. Well, good. Well, okay, so, oh my gosh, thank you, chat. Thank you so much for being kind to this dumbass streamer. I just realized I'm streaming on Wi-Fi. And my router's literally on the other side of the house. I actually don't know how this stream has managed to... Oh man, this is gonna be a fun VOD to go back on. Is that the rain I've been worrying about? It sounds like the rain I've been worrying about. Man. So the funny thing is I can actually run an internet cable to here. I forgot to unplug it from the computer it normally is plugged into, and then run it to the laptop. And then I was kind of like looking at the laptop, and I was like, "Hey, there's supposed to be a cable there. I don't have a cable there." Well, I certainly am something. I'm gonna throw a piece of firewood on. I'm here. I want to burn this in an odd shape. Donut. It's donut wood. Woo. Oh man. Oh man, this is gonna... I've got some fun challenges ahead, because I actually have a big project I want to work on doing next week as far as the stream, and holy smokes, it is going to be certainly a next level project. It burns. Oh, that thing is not sizzling enough to burn. I think I'll give it a check at... I'll give it 3 more minutes. And I'll check on it. I went down. Oh no. Well, actually, let's not talk about stuff going down. I don't want the Wi-Fi to go down. Jeez Louise. But yeah, hopefully I can make the streaming setup more portable, more movie around, because actually I got you guys. I got everything sitting on something I can roll around, and hopefully... Please tell me you got the reference. Sorry, I didn't get the reference, Haggle. I have to disappoint you there. I don't know, it does sound vague. It sounds vaguely familiar, but one of the things with me is my pop culture IQ is low. Oh, Johnny Cash. Okay, yeah, that's pop culture I won't quite fully get, because Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire. Ah, that sounds familiar. I probably have heard that song. I just don't know. I mean, I know who Johnny Cash is. I just don't know all the songs or anything. Unfortunately, my brain is too full of Toho music. I mean, there is absolutely no way I can fit American music into my head. Well, or just like more music in. I think one of the most powerful aspects of, well, one of the things that makes me like really amazed at my ability to memorize things, but also scares me about my ability to memorize things, is if someone were to show me an album art for a Toho CD, I'll be able to tell them whether or not I own that CD. And for the record, I own like nearly 1,000 physical Toho CDs. Well, I only know because it was in Tony Hawk Underground 2. Ah, I actually played the first Tony Hawk Underground. I actually didn't play the second. The second one came out towards the end of like my interest in gaming. I kind of grew out of gaming for a while. Okay. Ooh, listen to those. Let's see, we got some melty cheese. Ooh, will that burn that? You know what, that will burn that, but I don't care if it burns that. And cornucopia smells alike. Let's take a look. You know what? It's looking good. But I'm certainly not opposed to letting that cook for a little bit longer. I don't even think I've seen 1,000 CDs in my life. I mean, you're definitely a bit on the younger side. Oh, wait. Why is the side hot? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, dearie. Oh, man, there's just so much heat on that. I'm sorry, Lantern. Sorry. Man, so that is the thing with this, is it does put out... There is a lot of heat that comes off this. But yeah, I am a super massive fan of Toho music. That's also why Toho music is the soundtrack for my streams, is because, well, that's the music I like. Yep, there's the stream BGM. Doing its thing in the background. Yeah. I think I might try to adjust this further back next time. But I'm also going to take a... I've actually taken a couple pictures, because whenever I do streams like this, I always just take a whole bunch of pictures, just because I'm always... Because when I stream here versus when I'm in the shop, my setup's configured differently. I just don't know how strong the autism was. It's not every day. Like, I thought I knew a good handful of songs. Oh, I don't have like all the songs like memorized by like title and memory. Granted, a lot of the songs are also because Toho Music is music based off a video game series, and it's arranges of arranges of arranges all the way down. You can just spend forever in the Toho Music mines and just never leave. You could never leave. Like, I think if you're to start listening to Toho Music at one point and just non-stop listen to Toho Music, it would probably take, well, say you were to like listen to music for like 8 hours a day for 365 days a year, it would take a couple of years to listen to everything. That's just how much there is. And more keeps coming out, which is the craziest thing. Like, it is truly obscene how much Toho music there is, and I kind of dearly love it to pieces for those reasons. It's just like, man, it's just like all these crazy people just keep taking these same songs, making arranges, but then people are like, hey, I like this arrange. I'm gonna make an arrange of it, and that song then gets arranged and so on and so forth, and it just keeps self-propagating itself in such a immensely fun and fascinating way. I love it so much. I love Toho so much. It is one of my life's greatest joys. I'm very thankful for Toho Music for existing. You ever play the games though? I have played the games a little bit. I have played some of the shmup games, just very casually. I'm not good at them. I've also played a couple of the fan games. What's Scarlet Curiosity, which is like it's a Toho Yeast clone. I actually played that game all the way through, and I think that's one of the few. I've also played one of the Toho Pokemon ROM hacks all the way through, and I think I've just dabbled in some of the other games. I'm not much of a fighting game guy. I've tried a little bit of the fighting game, and definitely was enough to prove that I'm not good at fighting games. I don't like how I have that much donut at the bottom of that. Donut flame at the bottom of that's gonna burn that. But also another fun thing with chain. Okay, well, I was expecting I could. I was expecting that chain to roll and play with me. Not rolling and playing with me. My time. Oh, 7:51? 7:51! Let's get... Oh, yeah. Woo. Loud noise. And... I do this with the hook. Yes! And there are our poppers. Look at them. Oh my goodness, great. Actually, can I get away with this? Nope. Wait. Maybe? Apparently it also causes scene transitions to happen. I need to revisit my OBS settings after today. And let's see. Sorry, it's gonna take a little bit of the view from you guys, but I need to move these bad boys over. Oh, too far over. And just right. Just right. Okay. Nah, fire's good. Got plenty of fire. So, let's get ourselves a plate. Scooper doodles. Let's kind of get these guys off here. There we go. Oh. Maybe you're being a little bit sticky on me. Oh. Oh, man. Woo! Oh, the underside's got crispy. In the Dutch oven. But hey, I don't think they got, like, burnt though. I just think they're crispy. Okay. I hold that with skin. Long enough to move. Woo! Awesome. And there we go. Whoa. Ooh, that plate is already picking up quite a bit of heat from the poppers. So I'm just gonna grab myself a little bit of a picture there. Oh man. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so while these guys cool down, I'm gonna sip water. Now, this guy right here, him, yours truly, is gonna go get the big beer. But yes, big beer has been acquired. We have Bill's Hop Slam. And this is a big beer. And I honestly think a double APA is going to go really good with what we got here. So, let's crack open this bad boy. Cheers. Yeah, that's cooking. Yes. Yes. Big beer, fire, good food. Basically the three components of a man's happiness right here. I feel like I've already asked, but what's the ABV? ABV is 10. So we're 10% ABV by volume. So 10% ABV is a pint can. This is plenty of beer. This is gonna be my last beer for the night. You're not playing. Hey, I called this big beer for a reason. This is big beer for a reason. Okay. Oh yeah, let's grab this guy. Grab this person. Oh, Looks a little toasted. So let's see how it is. Oh, wow. Oh, Oh. My gosh. Mmm. Mmm. Ah. Okay, that cream cheese filling is phenomenal. That cream cheese filling is phenomenal. Also, the peppers look burnt. They are definitely a hair bit burnt, but not enough to like really take away from the flavor of what you got. Oh yeah, and also our cornflake topping, really nice and crispy. Like, this is good. This is really good. Also, I like my flame donut. Man. That's phenomenal. Great. Oh my gosh. Like, so, I just had sweet peppers. I really like the interplay of the sweetness of the sweet peppers with the, like the saltiness of, because we did put a little bit of salt in the cream cheese, but mostly like the savoriness of the cream cheese filling. Really good, really good. Makes me want to drink beer. Which, my man Shane, you have good taste in food. So let's get one of our spicy boys and see what this does to me. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Like that's like perfect. That's like perfect spice. Yeah, just enough to like burn a little bit. Also, that's like the real nice thing with like the cream cheese filling. It helps like mellow out the spiciness. So it's like a really mellow spiciness to it. Really good. Love roasted jalapenos. Haggle, you're right. You're onto something. This is good. I probably could have roasted them a little bit better, because I definitely lost some texture of the, like, if I could have kept a little bit more of the texture of the pepper, holy smokes. I would not be able to talk. I would be too busy eating. But yeah. Oh man. We definitely have ourselves here. All the components of a man's happiness. Good food, good beer, good fire. Also, I like that fire. Like the nice amount of fire. Not too much, not too little. Just right amount. Okay, neighbor. Whatever. Man. Okay. Finishing this bad boy off. Oh, hell yeah. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. This is good. Like, good in so many ways. Like, it was well worth all the Googling frustration I was dealing with when I was trying to find, source all my ingredients, but, man. Oh, man, that is good food. Good food, good beer, good times, with good people. What more can you ask out of life? I think this is about as much as I can ask out. Okay, so let's see here. Ooh. What is... Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Hit that. Ah, okay. Excuse me a moment. I'm just... Let's see what's going on in the world. Like, going on in the world, and see who else is out there and live. I don't know if it's a good thing, but I just use AI for recipes now. Oh no, I prefer books. I am like 100% all in on books. Which actually, one moment. Now, generally speaking, I'm a huge fan of books, so, so, today's recipe comes from, big, heavy, because I've got like 4 cookbooks here. So we got the Stardew Valley cookbook, that's where today's recipe came from. Then, we have Project Fire. This is a guy who's very enthusiastic about cooking food with fire, and I'm actually going to be pulling recipes from this book for Sunday's stream. And then we have Miso Tasty, which is good pun with good miso based food items. I did the miso brownies from this recipe back in October, and then I also have this book, Essentials of Healthful Cooking. The recipes in here look really good. Also, I really like the fact that it's a cookbook. It's a cookbook with a dust jacket. I like dust jackets. Also, I'm just a big sucker for books. They have pictures, and I'm also just... Miso brownies? Yes! They are brownies with miso in them. I did those as part of my quote-unquote... Yeah, here we go. Here's what they are. It's dark miso fudge chocolate brownie. Now, they don't look... I did not make square brownies because I cooked them in the Dutch oven, so they turned out round. But I made these and had them with a little bit of ice cream. Amazing. Really good stuff. Well, I figured that much, but yeah, they were definitely good. And like, you're just adding a little bit of miso to them. Because in the case of this recipe, it was just like 3 half-ounce of miso. But yeah, since miso doesn't melt its chewiness, it's a unique texture and prevents the brownie from drying out once cooled. Serve with cream or ice cream. So it actually made for reasonably moist brownie with like a little bit of extra umami, which was nice. But yeah, the thing I don't like about one of my things with like AI and just honestly the internet in general is it's a rabbit hole that you can look into till the end of time and not see everything. Whereas a book is finite. It's not infinite. There's a limit to it. It doesn't overwhelm you with information. You can partake of a small amount of information and be like, okay, this is whatever amount of information. And you can just be like, okay, this is... You can take a certain amount of information in, utilize it, and then like go on for there. You're not constantly looking at new stuff. And also I feel like human beings will also give you a little bit more of additional randomness, and I just kind of like, I don't know. I guess I'm just old school. I mean, I do like old things. I do like going to estate sales. Like, I like it. Like, AI is a good tool where if I have, like, stupid amounts of information and I want that information summarized, like, if I asked AI for the best recipe out of these 4 cookbooks, it would give me a recipe, but it might also blend all the recipes together. And then also with AI is how the designer of the AI built the AI. Because so if you've ever taken a statistics class, the thing you learn very early on in statistics is garbage in, garbage out. And I feel like one of the strongest skills that anyone in our modern world can develop is having the ability to judge information well, whether or not information's truthful. And one of the issues with AI is that it will reference itself, and when an AI pulls a reference from an AI reference, then another AI pulls it, like, things can get kind of gobbledygook pretty quickly. So it's definitely a tool in the toolbox, and it has its uses, but I don't use it for recipes. Which, granted, honestly, I don't blame you for using AI for references for recipes, because holy smokes, the amount of ads and personal stories you have to go through on a web page to actually get to an actual recipe if you're looking up a recipe online. Like, the looking up recipes online is not a pleasant experience. Not as pleasant as it should be. Which, whenever I do a recipe that I found online, I generally link to it. I'm not linking to tonight's recipe because, well, it's very obvious where I'm pulling tonight's recipe from. So, I feel like that's probably a bit too much too much hammering, not enough food. I'm gonna go for one more. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bye. Also, as a human being who makes stuff, I'm predisposed to supporting people who make stuff. Because I feel like AI has grown too quickly. Like, AI right now is like the internet in the year 2000. It's like people trying to shoehorn it into everything, and it's like, no. We need to look at where this technology is, look where we can find applications for it, good applications, and then go from there. But yeah. But yeah, there's probably a bit too much ranting. So, I'm sorry for that. Let's see here. Oh, since we are ending... Let's see here. Okay. What? So... I'm going to... Oh. It's this exploit in programming where AI will hallucinate a library existing. The hacker writes that library and then adds malicious code to it. That's kind of wild. But that's kind of like a neat wild to me. Granted, on the other hand, I also really... I just like libraries, so I really don't want anything bad to happen to libraries. So... all this is to say, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thank you very much. Going into today, I was very nervous. New fire pit, new setup, whole lot new. And today, other than, I mean, recipe was also new. Usually it's the recipe that's the new thing, but despite all these different variables, I like to think everything has turned out pretty alright, so... So, I am going to paste. So, after this stream, I'm going to be hopping into this guy's stream. His name is That Grumpy Old Guy. And he's a pretty alright guy. Actually, a while ago, he actually did a VTuber highlights thing of me. So, I'm gonna be sending a little bit of love his way. Where's that? Where's there? That link there. So, I'm gonna be hanging out there after stream. So, with all that said, I'd like to say this has been Sugi Yamagawa. Thank you very much to everyone who's tuned in today. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, night, evening, whatever it is, wherever you're at. And hopefully I'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.